Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm gonna tell you some of my best tips on how to be more productive, have more energy, and get more done as a stay-at-home mom. Before we get started, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of my videos. I do want to mention too, if you're not already following me on Instagram, head over to Instagram and follow me. I will put my handle down here so you can go and find me. I will also link it in the description. I post all kinds of cute photos of me and the kids and our family, so follow along with us. All right, so in case you don't know, my name's Amanda and I have two kids. I have a little boy named Brody. He is almost 3. I have a little girl named Addison and she is 7 months old. So I have been a stay-at-home mom since I had babies. So from day one, I was a stay-at-home mom. And during the course of the almost 3 years of being a mom, I have had my moments where I was super productive and I felt like I was just crushing it as a stay-at-home mom and doing really well. And then there was days and times and just really more phases that I just felt like I couldn't get anything done. I felt like I couldn't just get energy and that kind of thing. So these things, I've typed up a little list here, and these things are the best tips that I have found that have helped me just really be the best at my job. The first thing is to wake up before your kids. So this is something that took me a long time to learn. I am a total night owl, so is my husband, so we both would stay up too late, and then Brody would wake us up early in the morning and I would just be like thrown into the fire, trying to get my coffee, trying to get Brody fed, and I just was just like a hot mess, right? And I do not like waking up early. I never have, but more than ever now in my life, I have really enjoyed getting up early because it sets my day up for success. It's like early in the morning is the time that I have alone. I have by myself. I can sit here, I can have my coffee, I can do my quiet time, I can journal, I can read, do whatever it is that I need to do to just start my day off in a positive way, if that makes sense. I'm sorry, by the way, if you can hear my dishwasher, it's running and it keeps distracting me, but anyway. So that really helps me. Getting up and having a little bit of time for myself, it helps me just, like I said, just not be thrown into like pure chaos. And that is even more true now that I have more than one kid. So with one kid, it's manageable to just sometimes wake up when they do and you just go along with it and deal with it. But now that I have 2 kids, it's just so much better for me if I get up early. And a lot of the days I do wake up and I go work out first thing in the morning. And then some days I'm just home and I get up maybe around 7 o'clock. I am fortunate that my kids don't wake up super early. So they usually wake up around 8 or 8:30. Addison sometimes wakes up a little bit earlier, that 7:30. So sometimes I will get up around 6:30 and just have 30 minutes to an hour by myself, and it really has changed the game for me. I also, the tip number 2 that I'm gonna get to is I will freshen up for the day. So I will also use that morning time typically to take a quick shower. I don't wash my hair every day. Like today, I did not fix my hair. This was just left over. I threw a little braid in my hair and I look put together. I also threw on a little bit of makeup. This literally took me 5 minutes. I have a 5-minute stay-at-home mom makeup tutorial that I did a while back. I will link it in the cards and in the description. And that is just something that I do to just make myself feel a little bit better. I don't do it every day. I don't have time every single day, but the days that I can, I try to, and I notice that I feel so much better and I feel more put together. Let me be clear. I don't put makeup on or fix my hair or do any of that to just look good. It has nothing to do with that. Actually, what it is that, you know, if I were gonna go out to a job, I would never go out in pajamas. I wouldn't go out to my job looking like I rolled out of bed, right? So the days that I would just have like lazy days and I would be in my pajamas till 1 o'clock and I hadn't done anything to myself, I couldn't get that feeling of being lethargic and blah. Like I couldn't get any energy. And I definitely think that that has something to do with it, because the days that I do take a minute to just kind of freshen up, I feel like a completely different person. And usually first thing in the mornings when I have to do that, because as the day progresses, there's not always a chance. And so it's just, for me, I have found that that really, really helps me just feel better. And sometimes too, like I said, I don't always have time. Like I'll throw my hair up in a little messy bun and just throw some dry shampoo in it. It's like, you don't have to do a lot, or just put a little concealer on and some blush. Like, I think for me, like I said, it just makes me feel a little bit more alive and lively. And like I said, you wouldn't go out to a job looking like you rolled out of bed. So treat this as your job. And that's where I had a shift for me. For a long time, I was like, I'm a stay-at-home mom. I'm just home. No one sees me all day. I'm just with the baby. I'm getting spit up all the time, on all the time, or whatever. It doesn't matter. And it technically doesn't matter, but I decided somewhere along the way that I wanted to be like, if this is my job, which it is for this season of my life as being a stay-at-home mom, I'm gonna be the best dadgum stay-at-home mom that there is. Meaning I'm gonna try to just be really, really productive at the things that are in my wheelhouse of, you know, my responsibilities. So taking care of Brody, I'm gonna try to be the best mom to him that I can be. And now with Addison, both of them, of giving them quality time and attention and playing with them and teaching them things and that kind of stuff. And then when it comes to the household duties, like I'm gonna try to be the best at that I can be, in terms of just getting stuff done and not letting the whole house go to crap. And it's not that I'm trying to be a perfectionist, and I do not have my house clean all the time. The laundry is usually overflowing, and I don't stay on top of everything, but I strive every day to like get something done that I need to get done, just in my like line of work. And I know that that may sound crazy, but it would be really easy to like sit at home and say, okay, I'm with the kids, and then not do anything else because you're like, oh, I'm just home. But like, that's my thing, is I try to just rise to the occasion and do the best job I can possibly do as a stay-at-home mom, because it truly is a job, and I think it is one of the hardest jobs. It is such a blessing to get to stay home with my babies. I'm so grateful and thankful that I'm able to do that, but it is a challenge. It's hard to be home a lot of the times. It's also hard to go out and run errands with 2 kids some of the time. We do enjoy doing play dates, and that gives us a lot of sanity, but it's hard to keep your kids entertained all day and to only be with kids all day. There is a lot about being a stay-at-home mom that I think, until you actually experience that, you could sit there and say, oh, like, what do they do all day, you know? But it is a challenge a lot of days, and it is, I feel like, the greatest honor to be able to raise your kids. Whether you're a stay-at-home mom or you are a working mom, you're raising your babies, and it's such a blessing to get to teach them things and all that kind of stuff. So that's a whole rant. But all that to say, freshen yourself up. Make yourself feel good. You always feel a little bit better when you're just clean and fresh and you've got a little bit of makeup on, right? Okay, moving on. Next is meal prepping. So this is something that Steven and I have done for a long time. Well before we had kids, we meal prepped food just to be healthy, because we didn't want to eat out a lot during the week, and we wanted healthy food. So we always did that. So it's just something we've always done, but even now it is more important than ever, I feel like, because not only do you want to be healthy and that kind of thing, but I will not cook for myself during the day. I don't have time. I don't want to make a huge mess in the kitchen. Like for me, I will heat something up, but I'm not gonna cook myself like a meal. And so the meal prepping thing has changed the game for me. Like usually on a Sunday, so yesterday Steven actually did all the meal prepping. He cooked for like 2 hours. I am thankful that he is a good cook and he helps a lot in that area. But he or I will, I don't think that was good grammar, but one of us will meal prep our food for the week. And I don't like to meal prep it like 7 days in advance because it gets gross, but we'll do like 3 days worth of meals and then we'll do more, and we'll make dinners too, like fresh, but then our lunches are prepped. And so that way when I'm home with the kids and it's time for me to eat lunch, I just pop it in the microwave, heat it up, and it's good to go. And I don't have to spend my valuable time of the day cooking and then cleaning up a bomb. And it's hard to do all of that when you have kids like pulling at you, nagging at you, and needing things. So for me, meal prepping is a total game changer, and you can stay on track with eating clean if that's something that's important to you, and it just makes life a lot easier. All right, the next tip I have is something that I heard of from another YouTuber mom. Her name is Tiffany Beeston. Her channel is Beauty and the Beestons, and I enjoy watching her channel and her vlogs and all of that kind of stuff. She is a mom of 3. I think they're 3 and under, so she's very busy with all of her babies. But one of the things she has said in some of her videos is take 10 minutes, set a 10-minute timer, and do as much as you can possibly do in that 10 minutes. Don't like stress throughout the whole day about trying to tackle all these big things. Set a 10-minute timer and go crazy, picking up some toys and picking up the kitchen a little bit and just kind of resetting, because the toys, the kitchen, everything can get so out of hand throughout the day. And if you you would be shocked if you put your phone down, you eliminate the distractions for a minute, flip on a show for the kids for 10 minutes or whatever you need to do so that you can focus, throw in a load of laundry, get the dishwasher running, and do whatever you can for 10 minutes, and instantly the house will like just feel a little bit more tidy. Or maybe you take that 10 minutes to just freshen yourself up, or to make yourself some food or drink some water. Whatever you need to get done in that 10 minutes that helps with your sanity for the day, do it. The next tip I have is for if you have toddlers or a little bit older kids, not babies. But my son, from the time he was pretty young, able to walk around and kind of understand things, he loved to help me do things. And so I have figured out that although having your toddler help you do certain things when they're awake will slow the process down by like 10x, they really enjoy learning and getting to be a part of the daily tasks that you're doing, and it helps you get stuff done. So whenever I feel like when Brody was entering the age where he was really interested in what I was doing, a lot of times I'd be like, no, don't touch that, or scoot back, or whatever it is, and try to kind of keep him out of what I was doing. And the day that I realized, okay, I can bring him in on what I'm doing, whether that means like he has this little plastic IKEA stool, and we'll carry it into the laundry room, and he'll help me throw clothes into the washing machine, or help me switch the laundry into the dryer, or he'll get his little play mop or play vacuum while I'm mopping or sweeping or vacuuming. Like, he just kind of helps to do things with me. Or if I'm cooking, he'll help me stir things, or I'll get him his own little bowl of some cereal that he can stir around and mess with. Just kind of being creative and coming up with things like that can entertain your toddlers, but help them feel like they're a part of what you're doing versus you trying to keep them out of it. That changed my life, because it really helped him not throw tantrums or whatever, because I was trying to, like I said, kind of keep him out. And he's learned so much. He loves helping out with those things. He loves being a part of it. And that was just a shift that happened for me early on, and it really, really helped. But you learn these things as you go, and so maybe these tips will save you a little headache of what I went through. But if you're enjoying this video so far, will you do me a favor and please hit that thumbs up button? It really helps out my channel. My next tip is to go to bed with a clean house and a tidy house, meaning pick up all the toys. Don't go to bed with toys all over your whole house. Pick them up, straighten up your kitchen, have your kitchen nice and clean so that when you walk out in the mornings, whether to grab your coffee or whatever it is that you do in the mornings, you can have your quiet time in the morning, your alone time, because you're waking up before the kids wake up, remember? And you can have that time in a peaceful environment. I don't know about you, but when there is like stuff everywhere, it feels very chaotic to me and I have a hard time relaxing. So for me, if I go to bed with a clean house, then it really helps me start off my day in a really good headspace, in a really good way, versus if I get up and I was too tired to load the stuff in the dishwasher the night before or whatever, then instantly right off the bat I have to do that. And it's so much harder to do those things, like I said, when your kids are awake and needing something. So it's just better to start with a fresh slate for each day, and it really helps me to do that by having a tidy home by the time I go to bed. My next tip is to split up nap time. So what I mean by that is if you have a younger baby that takes 2 naps a day, I would say pick what you're gonna do at one nap and then what you're gonna do at the other time. So for one of the naps, I would say be really, really productive. Go through your to-do list of making phone calls or handling things or stuff around the house, whatever needs to be done or is on your to-do list, do it during one of those nap times. Then on your other nap time, use that time for you. Relax, watch a YouTube video, watch a show, read a book, have some food, have a coffee, like just sit there and totally have your time to relax and do what you want to do. So Brody has been, like I said, he's almost 3. A lot of days he doesn't even nap, but he always lays in his room for quiet time, but he's obviously been on 1 nap for a long time. And now Addison takes 2 naps a day, so they're kind of back and forth and on opposite schedules. But so for me with the 2 kids, it's kind of different, but she is so young, she'll just lay on her blanket and play with toys and I can just chill with her or whatever, whereas Brody requires a lot of interaction at his age. So anyways, what I'm saying is, since he's been taking 1 nap for a while, it's usually 1 long nap, right? So split that time up. Spend an hour getting stuff done that you need to get done, and then spend the other hour or however long the nap is on giving yourself some time for you. I think as moms, so many times you put yourself fully on the back burner. You don't make yourself a priority, and that is such a shame. And I went through a phase where I wouldn't do anything for myself. I wouldn't go take 30 minutes to just go walk around Target and look around, which I love doing and enjoy doing. And even if you're not gonna buy anything, you don't have to spend money to have good alone time. Like you can paint your own nails at home. You don't have to go get them done. You could go sit at a coffee shop and just have a cup of coffee by yourself, or take a bath. Like you can do, there's a lot of things that you can do that don't cost money that will just sort of rejuvenate you and make you feel like yourself again. You know, I think all day long, especially as a stay-at-home mom, you're being pulled at from a million different directions, and it's very important to take time for yourself. For me, something that's really important to me is working out. So it works for our schedule for me to just get up and go early in the morning. I don't do it every day, but I go 3 to 5 days a week, and that's something that's very necessary for me to feel good, and it is a priority in my life. And so that is me time, and I leave early so that I just listen to a podcast in the car or music or whatever it is, and I just have time alone in the car, and then I have my hour workout and I come home. And that right there like does so much for me. So whatever it is for you that you need to do to have some you time, do it. It's very, very important. Don't say, oh, I'm so selfless, I'm just gonna take care of my babies and my husband. Like, you need that time for yourself too. Otherwise you're gonna just completely burn out, and somewhere along the way you won't be happy. I think it's very important to keep things that are important to you as a top priority on the list and the grand scheme of everything you have to get done. So there you go. Those are the best tips I could come up with at this moment for just how to absolutely kill it as a stay-at-home mom, and how to feel good in the process, get a lot done, and enjoy your little kids. I hope that this was valuable to you. I hope maybe it gave you some tips and ideas if you're feeling like you're kind of in a rut or you're kind of like blah every day sitting at home with these babies. So if you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Like I said earlier, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you later.